The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Just to any of y'all, what changed after the first quarter? Because obviously after that first quarter was kind of a blowout, and then the last three quarters you played them relatively even. What changed?
Probably a lot of that is my fault. After what happened down here last year, we tried to run with them. The game was obviously much different, but we tried to run. We tried to we're a quick shooting team at our level, and I didn't want to come down here and give them a lot of run outs and leak outs and easy shots. So we're like, we're not going to shoot that quick three like we would normally. And so we're going to run offense and play a little slower pace. That's not what we do. We're not comfortable doing that. And so I found ourselves late in the shot clock, not getting the shot that we wanted. After a while, we came out in the third. We only scored 13 points in the first half, and I'm like, well, something's got to change. So we just went into a more motion, dribble drive type thing, trying to kick it. Because a lot of times they had big players on our smaller guards, and if we got a three, we got to shoot it because we got nothing at the rim, and we didn't go to the free throw line all night.
Coach, defensively, what did you find was giving you guys the best success there, especially in that third quarter against Tennessee?
Well, I thought Sydney did a really good job. She's the only player we have that even matches their size at 6'3". We do have Katie, who's 6'2", but she was out tonight. But I thought Bean did an excellent job of trying to guard their bigs, and I think she had 6 block shots tonight. And she covers up some pain and covers up the rim pretty good. I thought the kids stayed in front okay, but I think Tennessee had a game plan to try to get it inside. I think their guards probably could have driven by some. But I think they did have a game plan to try to work on getting the ball in the post and try to get some of those young kids shots.
Mike, as the game went on, did you like your effort against Tennessee too? It just looked like you guys, the more you got into the game, your effort level, your second effort and things like that were really good.
Yeah, that's one of the things I mentioned to them in the locker room. Little Abby, number 22, she was all over the floor there late in the fourth quarter. I thought we had kids diving on. The game is over. But those kids are playing. They're playing for playing time. We're still in our preseason. It's competitive. But I was really proud of them. I was really proud of how they were, getting back on D and trying to make a play and not just letting Tennessee go in and get easy layups, because I've been on the other side of that where we just given up on it and let Tennessee get an uncontested layup. But Abby especially, there in the fourth quarter, they were getting ready to get a couple of runouts, and she's got good foot speed. She was able to get back and make a play happen. But I could talk about a lot of our kids there because there were some loose balls that were on the floor, and they could have just not gotten on it, but they decided to get on the floor. And that's one of the things I told them, we may not be able to win the game, but we can certainly win some fans over by how we play with our effort.
Coach, I know you're replacing a lot of starters here, but this 5 we saw tonight starting, is that going to be the 5 for game 1, or is that just for tonight?
Honestly, I think it's going to be different. We lost 2 All-Americans over the last year, 3 1,000-point scorers, so we're a little bit different team, but I think we're more physical than we've been. I think we're bigger across the board, believe it or not. Like for us, we're actually a pretty big team. It's a different look, and I don't know that the starting lineup, like 2 years ago, we had the same starting lineup for 35 straight games when we went to the Elite Eight. I don't think that'll happen this year. I think it's going to be who's got the hot hand, who's playing well, who's giving the best effort in practice, and that's probably who we'll put in. They know that they don't have me held over a barrel this year, that if they're not getting it done and they're not playing hard, then we'll just put somebody else in there. And I think our bench can go pretty deep this year. I think we played all 12 guys that were available in the first half, and I don't think I've ever done that when I've come down here to play against Tennessee.
Braelyn, your first start here on this floor, what was that like?
It was exciting. I was a little nervous, but honestly, this part makes me more nervous than playing. I've played since I was little, so I just kind of told myself that it was the same game, so I think that helped.
Sydney, your size, you've already talked about it being like the key matchup tonight. There was a lot on you on this team, so what was that like?
It was pretty cool because a lot of times in our league, there's not girls as big as me, so it was different to, try to have to match up against them. But, my teammates did a really good job of guarding the penetrators and stuff like that, so it made it a lot easier for me in there. So.
Yes.
Coach, obviously it's a new era now with Kelly Harper back. Just a lot surrounding this game because it's Kelly's debut game. Just how does Tennessee look compared to last year to you? And I know you guys always are pulling for Tennessee from afar once you get through this game, but what's your take on Kelly and this team right now?
I've known Kelly and John for a long time, since my days being an assistant at ETSU, and they were assistants at Chattanooga, and I knew when they hired Kelly, like I've seen her out on the recruiting trail, and she's no nonsense. She's out there to get a job done. So is John. I think it's a great fit for the university, obviously, as her being a former player. And I think this game in particular is a testament to Kelly. Like, Kelly worked on things, Coach Kelly, Coach Jelly Harper, whatever you want to call it, but she worked on things that they needed to work on. You know, they probably could have done some things to expose us a little bit more. They probably could have ran out a little bit more and probably could have pushed the point totals up a little bit more. But I think they had a game plan. This is what we want to do. We want to try to get the ball inside. And I think it was reminiscent of days back when she was playing, about how they played and how they were huge and big and they were trying to get that ball inside. So, you know, from a head coach, I appreciate kind of how they took the exhibition game, because I've been down here when it's been a lot worse. But I do think they could have potentially exposed us a little bit more. But I appreciate that they were working on things that they know that they're going to have to play against South Carolina, Texas A&M, and those type teams. It's not going to be as easy to just get up and press us and take the ball from us. They're going to have to get it in half court and play and probably get easy buckets near the rim.